Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial on how to farm for harrow. Now you're going to want to go ahead and go to this defection mission on Saturn, Carol. If that's not how you say this mission's name, I don't care. Now I'm not going to explain how you guys get the chassis because everyone knows how to get one. You go ahead, you do some fissure missions, crack open a few relics, and by killing the enemies, you have a chance of getting his chassis. Now, the fun part is the chassis actually has the worst drop rate, and yet everyone has a collection of them. I looked recently, and I had 78 of them. I sold 77 of them and made out with over 300,000. Now, the systems can be found on this mission. I'm sorry for how jumpy this is, but you guys don't need to see all of this. Now, the problem with this defection mission is no one is playing it at all. I mean, I'm serious. No one. I was playing for around 8 hours doing this the other day just to get the systems, and I ran into one guy who also happened to be looking for the systems. That was it. If it hadn't been for him, I would have been completely by myself. Now, whatever you do, don't farm for this character, because the RNG on getting him is so mind-alteringly fucked. The only way to get the blueprint is through doing the Chains of Harrow, which is a good quest. It explains a lot about the character. His story is actually really sad. So, if you love lore, go for it. Watch that. But don't grind for the parts. Okay? Just don't. Now, moving on. The systems will only drop after 8 rotations. You have to do this bullcrap 8 times. As you'll probably tell, I lack the patience to do this again for this video. I did 3 rounds and then I called it quits because I didn't want to do this anymore. Now, one of the more aggravating parts about this is not only the fact that the NPCs here move so slowly that it's almost like you're going backwards in time, but the stalker will actually actively show up. Like, I had not been attacked by the stalker in half a year since I got my war. But when I went on to this mission, he attacked me relentlessly. And then there's this. The Grenier Maniac. The Grenier Maniac is a constant. He will show up on the 3rd round, and he will show up periodically. If you do manage to kill him, he drops ash parts. So if you're looking for ash, this is how you get him. Around Wave 5, the Red Veil will send an assassination team to kill these defectors and capture them. If you thought the enemies by themselves were aggravating, the Red Veil makes it even worse. They'll always be level 41 or higher, and no matter what your weapon, they will not die. They just won't. This Rubico is very, very powerful, but the problem is it's a completely suppressed weapon, so that does take away from the damage that it's doing. And it's got blast damage on it right now. I use this weapon for everything. I have different builds. I'll go into them in another video if you guys want. My recommendation for this, if you are going to do this, manage to talk a friend into doing it. Just you and him. Any more than 2 people, and it gets really, really convoluted. Now, as I said, 8 rotations, you get your chance at the part. If you don't get it by the 8th rotation, leave and come back. That's all I can say. Just leave, come back. Now, the neuroptics can be found on this spy mission in the Kuva Fortress. As you can see, I'm giving caution to the wind and just running in. The only time it truly matters if you are spotted is actually when you are hacking. You can be spotted, the alarms can blare constantly, but as long as you don't get spotted while you're in here hacking the terminals, it doesn't matter, which is great. But if you thought getting the systems was aggravating, get ready to meet hell with the neuroptics, because their drop rate is just as bad, and the chances of actually getting them, I did this mission over 40 times, and I've gotten 2 of them. One in this video, and one right before I filmed this. As you can see, I'm running you very quickly through how to do each and every one. You go underneath the map for this vault, for B, and you shoot at the tech, fly over, hack, and ham sandwich. For the lovely C, there's a tunnel down to the left. There are 2 droids in there. You shoot them, pop, pop, go up, hack, you're done. As you will see me do very, very soon. What I really do recommend, okay, is a stealth build, Loki. I think Avara's one. Ash, if you've got the patience and skill. And just a lot of time and dedication. But if I have to be honest, it's not worth it. It really isn't. If you're cheap and you have a lot of time to kill, this works. But if you just don't want to spend the plat, I got news for you. This is utter hell. Unable to do anything because you're stuck doing the same mission again and again and again. There's neuroptics. Yeah. So, yeah. That's how you get Harrow. Like, comment, subscribe. Please check out my colleague Sinacron668 on YouTube. He will be making videos too. Thank you and have a good day.